Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with another one of my channel updates. We try to do this at the start of each month, but we skip months sometimes if there's no real big changes or anything. But just to keep you updated on what's going on with the channel, what we've done in the past month or so, and what we're planning on doing in the coming weeks and months so that you can plan accordingly. First thing I want to say is Happy New Year. This is like my first channel update since the new year, 2019. This should serve to be a pretty exciting year. I've got a lot planned this year, a lot of new things on the channel that you might want to come check out. Okay, let's start talking about what we did since the last update. Well, what did we do? We played a bunch of Dungeons & Dragons, but we didn't really upload any of that. I did a review on the Waterdeep Dragon Heist book. I did a review on the Waterdeep Dungeon the Mad Mage book. I did some painting for a friend of mine for some figures. Pretty much that's it, what we did for the Wargaming side of it. And then I played some Star Citizen, quite a bit of Star Citizen, some XCOM, showing off the Phoenix Point game that's coming out this year, and looks like Xenonauts is going to be coming out this year as well. So there should be, this year, we should be able to get some really good streams on Phoenix Point, Xenonauts. Oh yeah, we did the XCOM Legacy Pack. We did that. Tactical Legacy Pack. But XCOM's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of drying up on the need to stream. I play it like every week, but I don't stream it. It doesn't. It's like the same stream over and over and over, and I feel like you want to see new things. So if you still want to see XCOM, put it in my comments. I want to hear what you actually want to see. But I am going to do some Phoenix Point, which is a XCOM style game. It's actually from the original designer of XCOM. We're going to do Xenonauts, which is also very similar to classic XCOM. If you haven't gotten the impression that I like XCOM, well, guess what? I like XCOM. We're going to do computer game Star Citizen. Star Citizen is going to be making some big changes this year. They've announced their roadmap to Squadron 42. Every couple of months, they're putting out a major content patch, major improvements on their playability of their game. The game is actually playable right now. You can play, I mean, it's not complete. It's not even close to being complete, but you can get in and have fun. I know I have, and I will continue to do that. And every Friday, which is actually tonight, I will be doing my Friday night midnight show. So come by and check those out. Basically, I spend an hour or two in the universe, just fiddle farting around, answering questions, and just seeing what's going on in the world, exploring and stuff like that. Trying out new mechanics if there are any. Okay, that's what I've been doing. Okay, so what are we going to be doing going forward in 2019? Well, in 2019, I've started a role-playing podcast, or role-playing. We're playing tabletop pen and paper Traveler the role-playing game on this table right here with me and my friends, and we are recording it. We've got 2 videos up so far right now. One is a character creation, which is kind of long and tedious, but it's kind of cool to see where the characters came from and how they got their abilities and their skills and stuff like that. And but Traveler character generation does take a long time. It takes a couple hours to make a character, sometimes more than that. And then the first episode, which was this last Thursday, was just an introductory scenario, a world of Tarsus, which is in the Spinward Marches, and it just introduced them to the way the mechanics of the game and how certain things took place in the game. We didn't get into all the rules. That's something that'll have to come in as we play. More than half of the players have never played Traveller, so or they've only played 1 or 2 games with me, so they're very not familiar with the rules. So it's all going to be super fresh for them. Now, I just acquired this Pirates of Drinax box set, which I just finished doing a video review of on the channel, so you should check that out. But we're going to be using this as the core of the campaign. So that's what's going to start next Thursday, is going to be the very first step into this campaign, which is pretty cool. It's not any type of campaign that I've ever ran before, and it's going to put me out of my comfort zone, and it's gonna test my ability to come up with good content. So we're gonna have fun with this. And a video that I'm going to be doing for you guys basically is I'm going to be going over the rules of Traveller in an easy to digest kind of series. So, you know, like you've seen me do videos in the past like Bolt Action or Hail Caesar or Black Powder. All those are from Warlord Games. I did some tabletop, and hold on. I even did tanks tutorial, and I did a squad tactics, and I don't think I did a Battlefront tutorial, but basically it's like those, in those veins. I'll take a chapter out of this book and we'll talk about it, and I'll explain what they mean by certain terminology, and then after about 5 or 6 videos you'll have learned the entire rule book of Traveller, and you'll understand the game. So it's basically, I'm going to make a tutorial series on the Traveller book, but I'm also going to do just an introduction to Traveller as well, and that's going to be upcoming real soon, maybe this week. Okay, I also, I'm stepping back a little bit, I also did a PC upgrade video series where I stripped everything out of the computer over there, and I replaced my motherboard with the new Aorus from Aorus Elite Z390 from Gigabyte. So I replaced that motherboard, and then I also added DDR4 RAM, and I added the new i7 9700K. I added liquid cooling, so that was a first for me. The Corsair H100i Pro, and I've noticed it's been keeping it around 30 to 35 centigrade, which is like awesome, even under load. Yeah, oh, and check this out. See the camera we're in right now? This is a 4K camera. I'm not filming in 4K. I'm filming in 1080p, but it's a 4K camera, so it allows me to film in 1080p in 60 frames. So I wanted that for Star Citizen because they say that 60 frame cameras are what they want. 1080p 60 frame cameras because of the face over IP. So when I talk, the character in the game actually talks and moves his lips and stuff like that. So that's why I got the camera. But also because of the live stream of the role-playing game, because I wanted to have another good camera. I have 3 tiers of cameras. I got a 4th actually that I'm not using, but I got a 1080p at 30 frames, and then I got a 1080p at 30 frames, but it seems to capture light better, and then I've got this 4K camera. So it's that's why you might, and the focus is off on one of them. I got to fix that. I got to figure out what's going on. I think it has something to do with that backlight, but we'll figure that out. Okay, So yeah, oh, painting, important. Because we're doing the Traveler campaign, we're going to be doing quite a bit in Traveler. There's 2 sets of miniatures that I'm going to be painting. All these white miniatures up here that you see, these guys in front of the dragons right here, these are all like jungle soldiers or whatever. And then I've got player characters in the middle. I got some Imperial Marines over there, and up on the next shelf I've got some scavengers or bandits, and then I've got a few aliens and cops. I've got quite a few miniatures that I've neglected. I've really cranked out a lot of D&D miniatures over the years, and I haven't really touched my Traveler miniatures, which I'm embarrassed about. So I'm going to go ahead and, since Traveler's my #1 role-playing game, why don't I have these figures painted? But I'm going to go ahead and paint all those figures, and especially the ones that I'm going to need for the Pirates of Drinax. And having said that, I dug up in my garage just the other day all my Traveler ships. I've got all these Traveler miniatures of various ships, like that's the liner. I've got a system defense boat, and I got the yacht, and then I've got like a shuttlecraft. We've got like a launch and a free trader. No, that's a far trader. Far trader. I've got a free trader in here somewhere. There we go. I got a free trader, and then I've got a scout ship, and I've got, yeah, there's a scout ship, and I've got a patrol cruiser. Yeah, I got a bunch of figures, Traveler miniatures for ships that also need love. They don't have any paint on them, and we got to make sure that gets taken care of. Yeah, so these ships, and I'll be sure to paint them on camera. I'll record what I'm doing so you guys get to see these ships. So I've got these ships, and I've got those characters that I need to paint. And Mike is going to be taking some, he's going to be using his 3D printer, and he's going to be printing up some, he's going to be printing up the ship that they're about to acquire. And that should be pretty cool. But that's him, but I'll show it off on camera. Yeah, that's it really for the channel, right? So let me recap what we're doing. We're gonna play the Traveler role-playing game on Thursday nights, starting at 5 o'clock Central, on stream. We might start a little early sometimes because the guys get here around 4:30 or so, so we might start a little early. So make sure you're here ahead of time, and you can always catch it on YouTube afterwards if you're not able to make it. And we got new camera layout. We've got a new computer, basically, because I did a computer build on that. We have I will be selling some miniatures, so if you guys are interested, I'm on eBay all the time, so if you are interested in some of my painted models, I will be selling a selection of them on eBay. We're putting D&D on hold, so I'm probably not going to be painting or building any D&D miniatures for a while. We're going to be playing Traveler. I'm going to have to build some sci-fi terrain. I don't have any sci-fi terrain. All my terrain is either medieval or World War II. I need to build, and it doesn't have to be something special. I can build, this is what I'm planning on. I'm planning on building like 6-inch straight walls, right? That are just higher tech walls. You know, they're not going to be rubble, they're not going to be hedges, they're going to be solid high-tech concrete style walls. And if I make enough of those, then I can place them on the table in patterns and make the walls of buildings. Now we don't have to make the entire building, I just want to make the outlines, and then maybe I'll acquire some boxes and crates and stuff, because there is a company, Miniature Market has, like, I guess exclusive rights for this company called, I don't know what this company is called. I think it's Miniature Terrain or something like that, and it's from Miniature Market. But there's like a little power generator, there's like a little traffic wall, stuff like that. I might be getting some of their stuff. I got crates. I got high-tech crates, low-tech crates. I'm going to get a bunch of that stuff to put on the table for any of the Traveler encounters and stuff like that. I'm also going to consolidate all my D&D figures. You might have noticed I kind of crammed them into this corner to make room for Traveler. But I need to go through these Traveler or these D&D monsters and pull out ones that could represent like hostile aliens on other planets and things like that, right? So because a dog is a dog is a dog, or maybe a snake is a snake is a snake, but I could like use a hydra, put that on an alien planet, or maybe use one of these owl bears. I could put that on an alien planet, or maybe a bugbear could be some kind of primitive alien, So I'm thinking about pulling some of those out to do that, to organize those as my aliens and not necessarily monsters. Right. So expect to see painting on these, review of Traveler, and a tutorial. Painting on those, a lot more Star Citizen live streams, and then you should see some more progress on Phoenix Point, Xenonauts, and that's about it. I've kind of stopped playing MMOs too. I've stopped playing like Elder Scrolls. I haven't touched it in months. I thought about picking up Black Desert Online, but I heard so many bad reviews, I decided against it. I'm not going to do it. And even though it's only $4.99 on Steam, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. It's $4.99. It would just be a waste, So there aren't any really good MMOs out there that I want to get a hold of, except for Star Citizen. And why? Because Star Citizen reminds me of Traveler. It's just so they're intertwined, I think, or related. So thank you for coming out and checking out this monthly update. If you want to know more, be sure to put your comments in the comments. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please do. If you want to help support the channel, go ahead and join the channel. And if you have any suggestions or anything, put it in the comments. And if you're interested in our Star Citizen organization, you should come out and check out the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. We're very interested in hearing what you have to say about Star Citizen and maybe joining our team. All right? So I'll catch you next time.